Peaky Blinders is one of the best crime dramas to release in quite some time. Cleverly written, intense and packed full of memorable showdowns, this is one exciting, heady trip. If you've finished watching this one and are looking for more of the same, fret not. We've combed through the archives and saved you the hassle of having to try and find something similar with our top 10 picks for alternate viewing. To keep things simple for skim readers, we've added what similarities these have. Of course, for all the shows we've reviewed, we've also added a handy link so you can check out our full thoughts on that series and see if it's something you want to invest your time with. So without further ado, we present 10 TV shows that should whet the appetite when you've finished streaming Peaky Blinders. Succession is a wonderful HBO series, centering on the Roy family, who happen to be the dysfunctional owners of Waystar Royco, a global media and hospitality empire. Their fight to control the company is called into question when the health of the family's patriarch, Logan Roy, deteriorates. When he steps down from his position, everything changes, leading to a conflict that spans across multiple seasons. Darkly funny, toxic, and full of troublesome characters you love to hate, Succession is a delightful show and a must-watch if you enjoyed Peaky Blinders. Gomorrah is an Italian crime drama revolving around the mafia in Naples. Running for 4 seasons, Gomorrah has a lot of action set pieces, which are backed up by some amazing storytelling and tense segments along the way. The story revolves around a man named Cyril who disregards tradition in his attempt to become the next boss of his crime syndicate. Of course, these internal problems cause a rift to open in the family, putting all of them at risk. This series doesn't look like running out of steam anytime soon, especially with a new season already greenlit, and is certainly worth indulging in. Cinemax's latest action thriller, Warrior, is very good. Although it's bound to draw some comparisons to Peaky Blinders for its gang-centric storyline, Warrior marches to the beat of its own drum and is all the stronger for it. With the Hop Way and Long Z gangs on the brink of war, Assam arrives on the shores of San Francisco, determined to find his sister Mai Ling. Unbeknownst to him, she's mixed up with the Long Z, while Assam himself is recruited to the Hop Way following some impressive fighting at the dock. Combining well-choreographed fights, political scheming, and a volatile 1870s San Francisco setting, Warrior does well to keep things interesting and unpredictable throughout its seasons. Gripping, thrilling, and soaked in dramatic tension, Ozark is a well-paced show that proves to be another home run for Netflix originals. The story here revolves around a family who find their lives turned upside down by their father, Marty, who happens to be a financial advisor. Only, he's also one of the top money launderers to the second-largest drug cartel in Mexico. When things inevitably go awry, the family are forced to uproot from their cushy lifestyle and move to Missouri, Ozarks. With 3 seasons already out and a 4th on the horizon, Ozark is definitely one of the better crime dramas out there, and well worth watching. Excellent acting and a lavish production combine to make Boardwalk Empire a very strong choice for period and crime drama lovers. The story essentially revolves around an Atlantic City politician who plays both sides of the law by conspiring with gangsters. Set during the Prohibition era, this moody, gritty drama perfectly captures the 1920s time period. With 5 seasons to get through and lots of twists and turns along the way, you'll be hard-pressed to find a better depiction of mobsters than this gem of a show. Bad Blood is a true crime dramatization of the notorious Montreal mob boss Vito Rizzuto. With 2 seasons chock full of action and drama, this series makes for a surprisingly easy binge watch. The story begins with a brief introduction. Montreal is divided into different gang territories, with the bikers, Haitians, Irish, and the Rizzuto family overwhelmed with fighting, bloodshed, and arguments. Seizing this opportunity for himself, Vito takes the reins of this uncontrollable beast and somehow brings peace to Montreal. At least for now. Predictably, this comes to a head during the second half of the first season before spilling over into season 2. Although the acting is a little patchy at times and the story tends to jump back and forth a bit too sporadically, on the whole, Bad Blood does justice to the life of this well-respected crime boss. If you're looking for intense rivalries that mirror some of those infamous standoffs in Peaky Blinders, look no further. Billions is a series revolving around U.S. Attorney Chuck Rhodes. He sets his sights on the hedge fund king Bobby Axelrod, culminating in a powerful battle between two New York figureheads. While the later seasons lose sight of what made this initial rivalry so effective, the early couple of seasons do an excellent job showing the trials and tribulations of Wall Street trading. The Sopranos is often regarded as the godfather of modern TV, and it's easy to see why. This masterpiece offers some really clever writing, helping to give depth and color to a lot of the characters in this show. For those unaware, The Sopranos takes an innovative look at the life of fictional North Jersey mob boss, Tony Soprano. After blacking out, he reluctantly seeks a psychiatrist's help, while keeping this a secret from the rest of the mob. Family stresses mix with trouble at work, as a big bullseye is painted on Tony's back. This is HBO at its best, and if you haven't watched this already, you definitely should. Much like Thomas Shelby and his family, Narcos is a show that lives and dies with its eccentric cast of characters. In this case, the show follows infamous Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar. Playing out as a classic cat and mouse chase, DEA and federal agents work hard to track down and stop Escobar from growing his drug enterprise. While they do, Escobar continues to grow in confidence and bravado. As the seasons tick by, the attention does turn slightly away from Escobar toward other criminals, especially in Season 3. Despite that though, Narcos remains an enthralling watch from start to finish, and even spawned a sister spin-off in Narcos, Mexico. Breaking Bad manages to transcend beyond excellent TV into something timelessly epic on the small screen. From the tight writing and memorable characters to the constant juxtapositions and changing character fortunes, this slow-burn thriller is a non-stop roller coaster ride from start to finish. There's a reason this is regarded as one of the best shows ever produced, and if you haven't seen it already, do yourself a favor and check it out. If you want an example of how to turn a character from a beloved icon to something very different indeed, this is a solid choice, and its accurate depiction of the drug trade makes it a must-watch. So there we have it, our 10 TV show alternatives to watch when you're finished with Peaky Blinders on BBC iPlayer/Netflix. What do you think of our picks? Do you agree? Are there any notable omissions? Let us know in the comments below.